few months ago, I had made a community post about a YouTuber named Afroherpkeeper. That post was met with a mixed reception. Most people were just shocked that they didn't know about all that stuff, since he does have a fairly sizable fan base and is known for being one of the few good pet tubers. But there were also some that said that everything I talked about was taken out of context or not that bad. Back when I had made that post, I wasn't really in the mindset to make a video, but now I feel like it's time to talk about this in video format. Update what's recently been going on with Afroherpkeeper and also respond to some criticism I got from people. Just to reiterate what I have already stated in said community post, Afroherpkeeper, whom I'll be calling Dan in this video, is a YouTuber whose channel focus is mostly reptiles, though recently he has been branching out and started breeding mammals too. In around March of this year, it had come to my attention that he is actually, let's just say, not as okay as his reputation makes him sound like. It's hard to miss when you only follow him on YouTube, but he actually has a disturbing amount of animals die. And it's not just a case of, oh, they died of old age or because he has many and it's just inevitable that some get sick. No, his animals have died because of things like not having access to water, multiple times. I already think that alone is indefensible and just sad. It's neglect. Add to that he actually smokes next to his baby birds and in his reptile/pet room, and I think we can all agree that he shouldn't have over 100 pets. And yeah, you heard that right, over 100 animals. I am not totally sure how many he has now, but last time he released the list, back in May, he was at 142 animals. It's not just a bunch of insects and fish or something either. It's many reptiles, some of which he breeds and sells, feeders that he breeds and mistreated for a long time, and now he is even breeding opossums, who he also seems to care for inadequately. Out of those 140 animals, he also constantly seems to have escaped pets walk around and eat each other. He even went so far as to film the blood smear of the escaped hognose that he had taken from the wild a month earlier just to be eaten by his Argentine tegu. I don't know why it makes me so uncomfortable to know that he records things like that, and also when he live feeds rodents to his snakes. It might be because he seems to have such a blasé attitude towards death. His first snake, Kosho, died because of a really bad infection that basically made her jaw rot off. Dan himself has stated that he believes that she might have died because he didn't clean her enclosure enough. He is now keeping her in his freezer with some other dead animals that he has gathered. He doesn't seem to have any plans to use them for anything, so I really have no idea why he's keeping them. Dan has also recently released a room tour on his Instagram, and while I knew that his animal room was quite cramped, I didn't really expect it to be this full of cages and tanks. There is barely enough space to even move around. Usually his enclosures look decent-ish, but some of them are just not good and even downright dirty and bad. Like his bird cage, his opossum cage, or worst of all, his snapping turtle enclosure. What the actual hell is that? I know that he keeps making promises to upgrade his pets, but I've rarely seen that happen. Mind you, I don't really follow what he does very closely anymore because the mental strain of seeing animals mistreated like this gets to me, but my point still stands. I actually felt kind of bad and guilty after I made my community post because I really do think that he has an issue with hoarding animals. After my post, he got so many more pets. Just 4 days after I had put it up, he got 5 salamanders, 200 feeder rodents, 2.1 opossums, a copperhead, 2 turtles, and 1.1 rat snakes. That's honestly insane for someone that doesn't work with animals as their real job. And I don't see him having a horde of 140 animals that he collects from outside or gets for free from Facebook as anything close to educational like he tries to play it off as. Just compare Dan to actual animal rescuers and educators like Animal Wonders Montana and you will see the huge difference between them. To be an animal educator, you need to use your ambassador animals to, educate people. I think Dan has done some shows or something, but they are so few and far between that I don't know if they're even worth mentioning. Now, add to this the fact that he doesn't have enough money to even care for these animals and that he keeps getting new ones even though he already has a hard time taking good care of all his current ones, and he is hitting all of the Wikipedia definition checkmarks for animal hoarding. I don't see why we should vilify, for example, Barim Barczyk, but give Dan a free pass just because he's younger than him. There is no issue at all to sympathize with YouTubers you like, even if they screw up. But when there are animals getting mistreated because of that, and when they literally die because their owner forgot to give them water for multiple days on multiple occasions, then I think that everyone should step in and tell that person that what they are doing isn't okay and that they should seek professional help instead of enabling them. Right? Taylor Nicole Dean is now known as a bad animal keeper because she has really bad substance abuse issues. But a lot of people think that I am too hard on Dan for saying that he shouldn't have 140 animals when he can't even bother not to smoke next to them. It's a weird double standard, in my opinion. As for some people saying that I took the screenshots I compiled in the Imager album out of context, I really didn't. It's not my fault that he drops into his Discord server to announce that, lol, my male mice kill and ate each other, or, oh man, what a bummer, another quail died today. I can't put things into context when he doesn't give context. This video has been a long time coming, and I really hope that people stop enabling Dan like they've been doing. It's good for neither him nor his animals. And with that, I'm gonna wrap up this video and say thank you so much for watching.